All right. Hi, my name is Jesse Tomlinson. I helped start the Eclipse company with Stephen Watkins back there in the back. Our mission is to inspire people with technology to pursue orbital perspective here on Earth. Stephen and I have been in the software industry for our whole careers. We've worked everywhere from Fortune 100 companies to Silicon Valley startups. So I'm really excited to talk about how technology can be used in Eclipse outreach. So this all started for me when I was lucky enough to have the 2017 total solar eclipse pass over my house in Greenville, South Carolina. And it's pretty amazing. It was one of the best days of my life. And as the wise Master Yoda said, once you get into the path of totality, it will consume you. I'm pretty sure that's what it means, right? And it definitely consumed me. As impactful as it was for me, though, I was kind of shocked at how many people were so close to the path of totality, so close to an experience that can really be life-changing, but didn't realize the significance or couldn't figure out the logistics of how to get there into the path. So there was clearly room for technology to make a difference. The use of technology in Eclipse outreach is a really massive topic. So I'm just going to talk about how we've approached it as the Eclipse company. So my first point is really just to talk about the limits of technology. We all know this, but I think it's best understood by looking at this thought-provoking piece from René Magritte. In French, this says, "This is not a pipe," because this is not a pipe. This is an image of a pipe. Similarly, this is not a meteor shower. This is not the auroras. This is not the Milky Way galaxy. And this is not a solar eclipse. Now, having seen the 2017 solar eclipse, it really only takes an image like this to really get me fired up, just like Ian was talking about yesterday. It really gets me going, and I'm sure many of you are the same. But we could look at this image for a long time, and it's not really going to elicit a response like this. One.
Oh my goodness.
It goes on. It goes on for a long time. Now, if you've been in totality, you know that it's not just something that you see, it's something you experience. And an image like that was just only a small part of it. So one of my worst fears as someone in tech is this VR app that Google launched back in 2017. Now, I've seen the VR videos. Again, they can inspire me having seen it, but projects like this are cool and they can inspire some audiences to, or maybe reach some audiences that aren't able to participate for various reasons. But some people are going to see this and think that the Eclipse experience can be replicated with technology, that you can just enjoy it from your couch with a VR headset. And that's just not true. So this led us to adopt a philosophy that, let me get the slide again. That I believe is healthy for all technology, which is to facilitate and be the means and not the end. So as tech, we want to always be pointing people to the real and profound experiences that our world has to offer. At the Eclipse company, we have three things that we try to achieve with technology. So whether you are building apps like we are, or you have a website for your event, or you're just using technology for like social media to reach your community, I think these things can apply. First is to inspire action. So this is another huge topic, but inspiring one audience can lead to misunderstanding by others, like we were just talking about with the VR example. My recommendation is to harness the power of art and design. Tyler had a great talk about this yesterday. Art has the ability to explain things that are beyond words, to give a small taste of the awe that we experience during totality. And that opening video from the Simmons Foundation was a perfect example of this. At the Eclipse company, we've adopted a brand and identity that's bold and striking to try to catch people's attention. We've also styled our Eclipse map more artistically to make that path of totality more intriguing. So whether it's your brand or the aesthetics of your website, embracing art and design can motivate and inspire users to action. Next thing here, reducing friction. So many times users or your website visitors can be overwhelmed by the complexity of Eclipse science. They don't understand our terminology or the advanced concepts at play. The Eclipse rabbit hole runs deep. The sheer amount of information can get in the way of inspiration, like we just talked about. We need to meet people where they are, pick a singular focus, and don't try to accomplish every goal at the same time. Whenever possible, use interactivity to simplify learning and promote engagement. This can take complex topics and make them more approachable. Next, removing obstacles. So this one might be the most obvious, but technology needs to solve real problems. With the Eclipse events, there's a lot of problems to solve. Of course, the logistics around picking a good spot and all the planning of Eclipse Day, that surfaces many of those problems. And Danielle's going to talk about this in the next talk about picking that good spot. But needless to say, technology needs to be practical or none of this other stuff matters. One final thought. Since technology is ubiquitous in today's world, it's important to know who your target audience is. The Eclipse company is specifically trying to help people that I keep meeting and talking to who have not experienced totality. Put another way, if you can't explain the difference between these solar eclipse images or eclipse images generally, you're in our target audience. If you have a different target audience, your technology and the use of that is going to look different than what we're doing. The photography audience that Stephen and Alice with the Ephemeris app, what they're doing is going to look a whole lot different than someone who thinks that totality is just a typo that you're having on your website. So knowing your audience and crafting the use of your technology to that audience can have a massive impact. All right, in conclusion, to recap, technology has limits, but if we point people to the real experiences, that can really put it in the right place. We need to use technology to inspire action, reduce friction, and remove obstacles. And above all, know your audience and craft your use of technology to their needs. Thank you.